Here we go. Today in this class, we are going to solve a problem on concurrent force system. And the statement is given, find the magnitude and direction of the resultant force for the system of forces shown in figure. And this is a figure given. In this figure, we have three forces. First force in first quadrant, which is of 20 Newton, making an angle 30 degree with respect to x. There are in the second quadrant, I have again 30 Newton force, which is making an angle 45 degree with respect to x. Okay. Then in the third quadrant, I have a force of 35 Newton, which is making an angle 40 degree with respect to x. Now, question asked is to find out the magnitude direction of the resultant force. It is nothing but in the previous class, I told you the resolution of force. Second part is composition of force. If we have more than 2-3 number of forces, then we add these three forces and convert into a single force that we call as a resultant, and that we are going to do in this today's class. Now look at here, there's a figure given. So for which what I do is I will draw a plus mark. Okay. Now look at here. I'll zoom in. So in the first current I had 20 Newton force, which is making angle 30. So I told in the last class, always angle is measured either with respect to x-axis or with respect to y-axis. In this case, the angle is measured with respect to x-axis. So the x component is cos, which from whichever axis the angle is measured, that component will be cos. So when I bring this 20 Newton force along x, it is acting towards the right. Show the direction here towards the right. And first write force magnitude, which is 20 multiplied by cos of 30, because the angle is 30. Now similarly, it is in first quadrant, x lies like this and y will be acting upward. So show the arrow mark upward, y component lies upward, and which is 20 multiplied by sine of 30. This is how we used to convert the force. Now coming to second quadrant, I have force of 30 Newton, which is making an angle 45 degree with respect to x. Now bring this force to x first, because the angle is measured with respect to x, so x component is cos. When I bring this force to x, it is acting towards left. Show the arrow mark towards left and first write force 30 multiplied by cos of 45. Now this force, when I bring it along y, it is acting upward. Okay, when it act upward, here it lies, y component lies here, so it first is 30 multiplied by sine of 45. Always look at the angle first, from which axis it is measured. Now coming to this third quadrant, I have a 35 Newton force, which is making an angle 40 degree with respect to x. Again, x component is cos. Bring this force to x, it is acting towards left. Show the arrow mark towards left, and it's 35. Again, this cos 40. Now same force, when I bring it along y, it is acting down, because y component lies downward in the third quadrant. So show the arrow mark downward, and it's 35 sine 40. Here we need to use our equilibrium condition, which we have, that is summation of h is equal to 0. You need to add the forces equal to 0. But question asks us to find out resultant, so there is no need to add the force and equal to 0. Just calculate the value of summation of h. To calculate summation of h, our sign convention is right side acting force are positive, left side acting force are negative. Summation of h is nothing but the sum of forces acting along x direction. So as I told, right side acting force are positive, left side acting force are negative. Now look at this. We have total 3 number of forces, in which one is acting towards the right, whereas 2 are acting towards the left. So it is 20. It is summation of h is equal to 20 cos 30, which is positive. So I have written first minus 30 cos 45 minus 35 cos 40. Now summation of H, if you just make use of your calci and work out, you will get summation of H is minus 30.70 Newton. Now this is summation of H. Now again we need to calculate sum of vertical forces. Sum of vertical force, to calculate sum of vertical forces, I have a sign convention. Upward acting force are positive, down acting force are negative. This is a sign convention. Okay. Now look at the figure first. How many in the result component? Two are acting upward, one is acting downward. So here summation of V is equal to 30 sine 45, which is acting upward, plus 20 sine 30, which is also acting upward, plus minus 35 sine 40. Just make us your calci and work out. You will get summation of V is equal to 33.72 Newton. Question asked is not to calculate the horizontal or vertical component. Question asked is to find out resultant. Now to find out the resultant, we have a formula. Capital R is equal, R denotes the resultant, and which is equal to summation of H whole square plus summation of V whole square. Now R is equal to summation of H is minus 30.70 whole square plus 33.72 whole square. It is equal to 45.60 Newton. Just work out, we'll get the answer. Okay. Now, apart from this, we need to calculate the angle. Okay. To calculate the angle theta, we have a formula tan inverse of magnitude of summation of V by summation of H. Just consider magnitude, not a sign in front of it. I have written modulo, magnitude. Just consider modulus. It is modulus, just we have to consider magnitude. Tan inverse of magnitude of summation of it 33.72 and it is 30.70. Don't consider minus. As I told, we need to make use of magnitude, and theta works out to be 47.68 degree. This is how we resolve the forces. Okay. Now I will give one more problem. You just try it out and try to get the resultant of this given problem. A force of 15 Newton is making an angle 30 degree with respect to X. Then there is one more force in the second quadrant, which is of 20 Newton and which is making an angle 30 degree with respect to X. In a third quadrant, I have a force of 8 Newton for which a slope is given. I'll let you know how to make use of slope. It is 3 horizontal, 4 vertical. And in the fourth quadrant, it is 18 Newton making an angle 45 degree. Okay, this is what is problem for which you are supposed to calculate capital R, the value of theta. Okay, before to move on, now as I told, what we done here is we have added these 3 forces and represented by a single force. And if someone asks you to locate the resultant, this is how we need to locate. Now look at here, the value of summation of H is negative. The value of summation of V is positive. Where the negative x-axis lies here, negative X and positive Y. Means our resultant lies in the second quadrant, making an angle theta with respect to X. If someone asks you to locate the resultant for this this problem. So this is how we need to look at. Based on the value of summation of h and summation of v, we need to decide whether the resultant lies in which quadrant, whether it is in first, second, third, or fourth. Now, coming to this problem, here I wanted to highlight something. Now, again, all the angles, this angle is with respect to x, no issue, x component cos. This is also x component cos. For this also, x component cos. But whereas for this, they are not given an angle, they are given a slope. From this slope, we are supposed to find out the angle. So I will make this as theta. If this is theta, this will be theta. Okay. Now I will draw a triangle here. This is how it is. If this is theta, if this is 4, 3, and this is 4, now tan theta is equal to 4 by 3. Theta is equal to tan inverse of 4 by 3. This gives you theta. Okay, make it, calculate this angle, whatever angle which you get, that is with respect to this x. Right, substitute here and resolve it and get the answer. I will, for your reference, I will just give you the answer here. R is 3.95 and theta is 24.35. Please just cross check and let me know the value. Are you getting the answer or not? Okay. Once you get the answer, just comment over the page. Thank you.